They thought it was just another rock, an ice-dusted fragment drifting from the void, cold and meaningless. Another relic hurled into our solar system like a cosmic coin toss. But 3I, Atlas refused to behave like anything we've ever seen. Its trajectory bent rules we thought were fixed. Its internal emissions pulsed with a rhythm no comet should have. Now, as the James Webb Space Telescope locks its unblinking eye onto this ancient traveler, it is returning images that rewrite what we consider natural. Beneath the layers of dust and frozen crust, deep inside its spinning mass, something impossible has been found. Not random. Not geological. Engineered. The shapes are undeniable. Grids, angles, corridors, cavities spaced at exact intervals. Webb didn't just detect reflections. It revealed a design, one that resembles the blueprint of a city. And with that, the question has shifted from what is 3I, Atlas, to who built it, and why is it coming here? At first, 3I, Atlas was logged as a curiosity, the third confirmed interstellar object to cross into our system. Slight deviations in its course drew some notice, but nothing to warrant alarm, until Webb's infrared instruments peered deeper. Using NIRCam and MIRI, the telescope captured heat signatures forming patterns too deliberate to be random. Long corridors, right-angled intersections, enclosed cavities in perfect symmetry. At first, scientists blamed sensor glitches. But as the scans piled up, the pattern grew undeniable. The interior resembled urban planning. Modules repeated like city blocks, as if whoever built this used a grid-based architecture across multiple compartments. In nature, nothing forms perfect repeating right angles. Intelligence does. Yet it wasn't just the geometry. The internal heat pulses aligned precisely with those grids, emerging from specific zones as if controlled. These bursts were localized and timed, like temperature regulation or power nodes, not passive heating. Imagine stepping into an abandoned building where some rooms are still warm. Even stranger, electromagnetic tests revealed certain chambers behaved like shields, bouncing some frequencies back while absorbing others. It was as if something inside was storing or interpreting the signals. The only logical reason to create temperature-regulated, signal-blocking, grid-aligned cavities inside a traveling object is purpose. Not erosion. Not crystallization. Purpose. That purpose might not be structure at all. It might be survival. We may not be looking at a rock. We may be looking at a vessel. Comparisons to our own designs were chilling. The layouts echoed underground cities, spacecraft compartments, even nuclear bunkers. Some chambers were hexagonal, an engineering shape maximizing strength and space. Others followed Fibonacci spacing, a ratio used in high-efficiency design. One ESA physicist proposed that the internal structure represented compartmentalized environmental shielding, protecting something, or someone, from deep space. What if this isn't a ruin but a lifeboat? A fragment of something greater, a station, a ship, or even a fleeing colony? And what does it mean that we've intercepted it now, in our time, in our system? Coincidence, or intent? For weeks, agencies debated how to label the anomaly. Non-natural architecture. Thermal anomaly with geometric resonance. But behind euphemisms lurks the truth. Evidence of extraterrestrial engineering. Data flows in by the hour, and each new scan reinforces the same conclusion. This object is not just random. It is arranged. Aligned. Tuned. And whether active or dormant, it's revealing itself. Governments have shifted into crisis posture. Military satellites have turned their sensors toward 3I, Atlas. Communication arrays have been recalibrated. The quiet tone behind closed doors has changed. The unthinkable is becoming undeniable. This is no longer a scientific discovery. It is a civilizational event. As Webb's images circulate, some astrophysicists refuse to comment. Others issue vague, careful statements: unexpected, unprecedented, statistically improbable. Behind those words lies fear. Fear of what it means to admit that a city-like structure is drifting through interstellar space. Such an admission would shatter centuries of consensus, implying that intelligent, technological life not only exists but once traveled, leaving behind relics designed to outlast their makers. Meanwhile, defense agencies have quietly aimed deep space tracking systems, normally reserved for missile warning or spy operations, at the object. Leaks suggest it is rotating in a non-natural pattern. Its thermal zones blink at fixed intervals. Not radio. Not heat. Gravity. Could be storage or containment chambers. The layout looked less like a ruin and more like a self. Now, the debate has turned darker. Is 3I Atlas a graveyard, a derelict lost in time, or a probe deliberately sent? Its precision suggests intent. Its pulses suggest activity. And its movement during a recent solar flare suggests response. Webb detected a chamber shift of 0.02 degrees, tiny in cosmic terms, but in mechanical terms, that's a door moving or a mechanism unlocking. Could this structure be solar reactive, designed to awaken near stars? Could our observations be triggering dormant systems, like entering a sealed tomb that was never meant to be opened? Some researchers have pushed further, speculating that 3I Atlas might not house biological life or machinery but a non-localized intelligence, consciousness encoded in gravitational patterns, quantum states, or geometry itself. Not a ship, but a mind. Not a sleeper waiting to speak, but a puzzle waiting to be decoded. Its trajectory is another clue. Post-entry, its curved path takes it close to key orbital zones, Jupiter, then Mars, then Earth's neighborhood, like a drone sampling planetary signatures. Was it scanning for biospheres? If so, did Webb's scan trigger a relay, or had it already sent a message before we even noticed? And what if we have the story backward? What if 3I Atlas isn't a random visitor we happen to detect, but a probe designed to detect us, to register when a civilization reaches the ability to observe it at this resolution? What if Webb's gaze was the trigger, a cosmic handshake? Some now fear that 3I Atlas was never meant to communicate but to record, to judge, to signal that a planet's inhabitants have become active. Not a weapon, but a witness. A harbinger. And if it has confirmed our presence, what happens next may be entirely out of our control. So here we are, poised at a moment that may define our history, not with a landing, not with a transmission, but with a silent city-like structure hidden inside a drifting fragment of ice and rock. We didn't find ruins on Mars. We didn't hear voices from Alpha Centauri. We simply looked deeper, and the universe blinked back. Because 3I Atlas may not be a rock. It may not be a visitor. It may not even be a ship. It is a construct, a relic, a signal, a vessel that challenges the arrogance of our scientific certainty and tears open the curtain of cosmic isolation we've wrapped ourselves in for centuries. And perhaps, just perhaps, it didn't drift here by chance. Perhaps it was placed, released, or activated the moment we became capable of seeing it. Not to contact us. Not to destroy us. But to watch us. Because maybe we were never alone. Maybe we were never unknown. Maybe we've always been part of a larger story written across the cold, ancient silence between stars. And if that's true, then the question isn't what 3I Atlas is. The real question is, what happens now that it knows we're watching?